Hello and welcome to the first episode of this new series where I remake one of my older projects from Planet Coaster during Alpha 2 and Alpha 3 days of Parque Warner Madrid, where I recreated the DC superhero world area. But now I want to push Planet Coaster to its limits, and I want to make it on scale and as perfect as possible to the real thing. And let's see if I can get there, because it's being, with the scale of the game, you know that it's pretty difficult to get there, but I'm trying to do it. And maybe some of you have already seen some screens that I have been showing on Twitter and all that. But yeah, that's what this new series is going to be about. And of course, it's not only that's new today, but also, as you may have seen with the new banner and the new, like you've seen when a new music, you hear a new music in the video, I usually put the title of where of the person that has done it and the cover and all that. And I will also leave links to their video, because I usually get them from other videos in YouTube. So you can go, if you like that music, and go to their YouTube pages and give them a like and all that. But yeah, basically all the rebranding of the channel, and I'm calling it Fiesta Create, and it's going to be mainly about Planet Coaster still, but also I want to play other creative games, and also maybe even make some time lapses about drawings I do on these logo designs and things that I usually do in Photoshop. And I hope you enjoy this new version. I also want to be more involved, releasing a video, at least a video of the series each week, and I hope it works out. And that's it. But yeah, the first episode, as you can see, it's a time lapse of one of the sculpts I made for the lobby of the queue of Superman, the Superman coaster, and it's of course Superman itself. And lots of people have been asking me, well, how can you make those nice sculpts with the art shapes? They're really hard to use, and I just want, it's pretty easy to me. I found like a workflow about the pieces I usually use, so I wanted to make this fast time-lapse video showing you how I create one of the sculpts from scratch, and how I make the arms and the faces, the legs, all that. Not all characters I do are made like this, and as you can see, the thing that is behind it, it's an old Superman, and that was the sculpt I did for Alpha 3 with some wooden planks, and it looks pretty crappy now, but it's the best we could do at that time without art shapes. And yeah, but I also have smaller figures, because this is actually pretty tall. It's 2 meters something, so a little bit bigger than guest size, and that's because getting to scale art shapes, things done with art shapes, is really difficult, because they are a little bit too big, and I think we all know that, all the people who have been playing with them. But yeah, you can see that one of the pieces that I most used is the half circle, and I use it for the hair, for the arms, and I use it a lot and even more in other figures I've made for other parks, and for example for the lady, for the figures for Alice in Wonderland. But here I used a lot of rounded stuff to create the muscles from the body, and I think they work really well. There's a lot of people that have problems because their figures usually look really balloon-like, if that makes sense, and I try never to get to that point of using a lot of spheres to create the bodies and all that. But I think for Superman works because of the muscles. But one trick I'm going to show you now, and I think I cut it because I didn't know if it's going to work. I wanted to be sure that it worked. And as you can see, I'm making the face right now, and it didn't look really good. It looked a little bit wonky, and that was because the piece, the smallest sphere piece, has a really crappy level of detail. So as soon as you move 1 meter the camera, it turns really squarey, and it changes the face, like it changes the eyes and all that. And I discovered actually that with the half sphere, of the same shape, of the same size, you can actually it has a much better level of detail. So what I did, and I'm going to cut it as I said, but you will see the difference from this face to the one when it cuts the video now, that the level is a little bit better. It looks much better because of the new sphere, half sphere trick I used. And I say to all people that try to make faces, and now, as you see, the face has changed a lot. And that now is when I use the semi-spheres, as you can see. And I say to people that want to make faces, don't use the sphere, the smallest sphere. Use always the semi-sphere. Make two if you want to a complete sphere, because it looks much better. And now a thing that's usually really difficult to make, it's really small logos and signs. And I thought, oh my god, this is going to be the R shapes are too big. I'm not going to be able to make the Superman logo. I'm going to make a crappy triangle, but it worked. Well, it worked. It didn't work. And I thought, oh my god, this looks really bad. I'm going to try to make it again. And as you can see, right now I'm making it again with the real shape of the Superman logo. And it looked super nice. Even the shape is not that big, and I think it works really well with the shape of the body of Superman itself. And we are arriving to the ending of this video. I wanted to add that even if this is a time-lapse, I'm not going to usually make time-lapse for the next episodes of this series, because this working at this scale and working at this, trying to recreate as perfectly as possible, takes a bunch of time. Watching videos, watching photos, like maybe a beer takes like an hour, and it's too much for a time-lapse. So we're going to make like updates where you see what I've been working on that week, basically. And I hope you've enjoyed this video. I'm going to leave you with a beautiful cinematic shot with some beautiful music with a cover of the love theme from Superman. And yeah, I hope you enjoy the future videos of this channel, that you enjoyed this rebranding and the new series I hope I make in the future. So have a nice week, and goodbye.
Can you read my mind? Do you know what it is you do to me? Don't know who you are, just a friend from another star.